tirar foto com eles. Duda, Malu.
Quem vai primeiro?
Olha vocês primeiro. A gente sempre foi na frente correndo.
Não, deixa a vovó ir primeiro, que ela fica
vovó.
com medo de ninguém tirar foto.
Do you guys have a part? Oh, you have a magic band.
Ok.
And then right after that, right door. Bye, guys. My next party, please. After y'all. Can I take your book for you?
Yeah.
Thank you. Do we have one more book?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And then everyone over here with me. Okay, nice. We got a party at 6. You're doing individual shots. But first, we're going to sign some books. Yeah?
Agora deixa a Clarinha ir te já.
Eu quero depois do Luiz. Já vou te essas coisas.
Who wants to go first for their photo? Yeah? Right over here with me, ladies.
Esse é da Jaque?
Tum, 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 tum. Ah, tá autografando você.
Quer ir vocês, porque o caderno é de vocês? Vai lá, a gente vai
Tira o
por
boné.
último. Tira o boné, coisa aqui. Vai lá, depois eu vou.
Can I give this back to you?
Não tira nem.
And then we're, what are we?
Olha aí, os bonitinhos aí, ó. Oi, bonitinhos. Eu chamo eles bem, gente, sabia? Fala assim, bem, o Renato fala que eu sou encantada. Eu não falei isso aqui em algum outro vídeo? Falei e me perdoe. Repetitivo. Olha aí, gente, nosso carro.
Olha, tá se mexendo sozinho, ó. Tá se mexendo
Duda, tá ansiosa, Duda? Sim. Malu tá ali com o papai.
Ô, não abriu não, hein? Espera aí, educação. Malu, degrauzão aí, tá? Duda, degrauzão.
Here, Booney.
E o cheiro não é tão agradável.
With all of your friends and family. And if you guys do not fit, then you do not sit. But if Hakuna Matata, no worries. You guys will be right on the next track.
Se eu apertar e
E aí, Duda? Você gosta de animais?
Sim, cuidado que vai dar tranco.
Do safari, qual você gosta mais?
Hã?
Do safari, qual que você gosta mais? Qual animal?
Todos. Aqui.
Todos. Olha aí.
As Sante's not awarded, and as we say here in Palm Beach, one day that means let's go.
Oh,
So, Jungle friends, my name is Carrie, and I'm going to be your safari tour guide here throughout the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, my friends, you can take pictures and videos. Just make sure you are holding on tightly to those cameras and cell phones. It will be a bumpy road out there. Now, if those items do happen to fall over this vehicle, just raise your right hand. I'll raise mine, and I'll make sure the whole truck waves goodbye to all of your items that went over. Allow them to grab leaves from trees, and they can also clean their ears and eyes with that long tongue that they have as well, kind of acting as their own little personal 3-for-1 deal. Now, as we do come along this way, if you guys look closely coming up on the right hand side up on that little hill, you're going to notice a light tan antelope. Now, that is known as the greater kudu. Since they don't have any horns, that's how we are able to tell that they are female. And they're going to have cup-shaped ears as well, so they rely more on sound rather than sight. Coming along this way, hopefully we'll have the chance to see some black rhino friends of mine on the left. Now, they weigh around 3,000 pounds. However, there are less than 5,000 left in the world. And the reason for that is because of poaching. And they're being poached for their horns that carry something known as keratin. And the keratin that can be found in their horns can be found in our hair and fingernails as well. Although they have no natural predators, we unfortunately are actually their biggest threat, and that is because of poaching. Hopefully you'll have the chance to see my friend up over here as we go up on this little incline on the left-hand side. Let's see. It looks like you might be hiding from us, but if you guys look over here on the left, up on that little hill, now that is known as the bongo. Now, bongos actually get the nickname of the ghost of the forest because they can rarely be seen when hidden behind bushes and trees. Both males and females will have horns, but they will be leaned more towards their back. So if they are hiding underneath any bushes, their horns won't get tangled up in any of the branches. Now, going this way, soon we'll be in the Safi River, which of course you guessed it is home to some water animals. Now, one of the animals that hopefully we'll have the chance to see is going to be a hippo. Now, they spend up to 8 minutes underneath the water at a time, but they do not swim, they more walk or run the bottom of the surface. Except in our case right now, we'll get to see it on land over here on the right-hand side. Now, although hippos do have those giant teeth, their diet will consist mostly of just plants. And each hippo also makes its own wheeze honk noise, so it can call its clan together. Now, a little further up, hopefully we will have the chance to see our baby hippo. This past week was his birthday, and he turned 1 year old. Speaking of our baby hippo, he also weighs about 600 pounds, so he's a pretty big baby. But as we continue going just around the river bend, hopefully over here on the left-hand side, we'll get to see a group of hippos, which is known as a bloat. Now, the birds that we do notice on this island over here, now those are known as pinked-back pelican. They may not have that pink color right now, but they will get it once it does become mating season, and once they do find their mate. They'll have a wingspan of about 7 to 9 feet long, which is the same length as the canopy right above all of your heads. And when they travel, they can travel up to 500 of them at once. It usually ranges from 20 to 500. So it most certainly could be a sight to see if you see them with the 500. Speaking of sights to see, soon we are going to see the largest crocodile species, which will be the Nile crocodile. And they are going to be as long as giraffes are tall. And that's going to be about 16 feet long. And we can notice them over here on the left-hand side. And they can also weigh around 500 pounds as well. And they can also eat half of their body weight in one feeding. Kind of similar to how I do my lunch this afternoon. Now, if you ever wanted to tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator, I can tell you guys one easy way right now. And that is that the crocodile's fourth bottom tooth can actually go above their upper lip. So it definitely is a cool little easy fun fact to be able to tell the difference between the two of them, since they do look so alike. Alright, my friends, but soon we will enter the world famous savannah, home to many famous African wildlife that we do have out here on the reserve. Millions of animals migrate here every single year. And in just a moment, we're going to get a chance to see a bunch of them that do in fact call the savannah their home. Now, before we fully enter the savannah, my friends, over here on the right-hand side, you guys are going to notice this upside-down looking tree. And that does get the nickname of the upside-down tree because the branches do look like tree roots. But it is known as the baobab tree. Now, what that giant tree trunk is, well, it also gets the nickname of the tree of life. And that's because that trunk holds hundreds and thousands of tons of water in it, not only for itself to drink from, but for other animals to drink from as well. Now, my friends, we are officially in the savannah, and as I like to start every little intro to the savannah, savannah, ooh na na. So let's see what friends of mine will have the chance to see up and along this way. And that's where if we don't see anything right away, the savannah is huge. So we'll get to see a bunch of my friends a little further up in the adventure together. Well, the first one coming up is going to be over here on the right-hand side with these giant horns. This is an Ant Collie cattle. Their horns are about 3 to 4 feet long, and although they do look super heavy, they're actually honeycomb hollow, and they only weigh around 15 pounds. Now they use those horns to circulate blood flow throughout their bodies, so they can maintain a nice body temperature with the hot heat that we do tend to experience while out here in Africa. They also get the nickname of Watusi cattle after the people that did domesticate them. So they will in fact be the only animals out here in the reserve that are going to be domesticated. Now, soon coming up on the left-hand side, it's actually home to one of my favorite animals here on the reserve. It's the African wild dog. Now, they are nocturnal, so there's a chance they might not be out to say hello, but we'll try to keep those fingers crossed. Because of the unique spots that are found on their bodies, they will get the nickname of the painted dog. Oh, there they are. You can see one sitting on top of that little den over there. Now, they travel in adult packs of about 5 to 15, and the lowest ranking females will have more dominance than the highest ranking males. When a female has a litter of pups, she can have a litter of up to 21 of them at a time. And when they call their clan together, it's going to be a maniac laughter very similar to a hyena. Coming along this way, ooh, we are going to see the world's tallest animal, which is a giraffe. Now, they range from 16 to 20 feet tall, and the ones that we have here on the reserve now, they go by the name of Maasai giraffes. So that means the spots that are found on their bodies are a little bit more rough rather than smooth. Now, we actually have the same amount of neck bones as a giraffe, which is 7. Of course, theirs are just much more spread out than ours. Now, you also have 2 baby giraffes here as well. Hopefully, we get to see them further up ahead. Speaking of them, does anyone on this truck happen to be 6 foot by any chance? Oh, congratulations, my new friend. You are the same height as a baby giraffe when they are born. And they can actually start walking within their first hour of birth as well. Now giraffes do have a purplish color tongue. The reason for that color is that their tongue spends 19 plus hours in the sun. So won't be getting any sunburn if it is that color rather than if it was to be the typical pink. They also tend to sleep for about a half hour a day, but they usually do that sleeping standing up, never lying down, and that is so they can defend themselves from their predators. Now if you guys look over here on the right hand side, there's going to be a giant light tan antelope. It's going to kind of be blending out the surroundings of these tall bushes over here, tall grass areas. Now that is known as the Patterson eland. You can actually see a couple of them walking around. They are the largest of the antelope species. They can weigh up to 2,000 pounds, and both males and females will have spiral horns. Soon coming up on the right, we'll also get to see some white-bearded wildebeest. Now they go through something known as a great migration, and that means they travel about 500 to 1,000 miles all throughout Africa. 1.5 million wildebeest started in the migration. And what is really cool about it is that they know how to do it every single year and at the same time. So they are super intelligent animals. Because of the noise that they make, it sounds like new, but it's spelled GNU. That's going to be a nickname for their herd as well. Hopefully, as we come up over this way underneath all those palm trees, that's where my giraffe friends usually like to spend some time. So hopefully we'll have the chance to see a group of giraffes. Now a group of giraffes is known as a tower, while a group of moving giraffes will be known as a journey. Hopefully these giraffe friends of mine will never stop believing.
Oh, coelho! Passou rápido.
Now, oh, there's one. There's a little baby giraffe. Right over there, if you guys look throughout those palm trees, that's one of our baby giraffes. So one is about 6.5 months old and the other is about 3 months old. I can usually tell the difference between the two of them when they're sitting right next to each other because one's slightly taller than the other.
Oi, baby.
But there's our little baby. Now soon we are going to be entering Monkey Cove, home to the mandrill monkey. And for my friends who aren't sure exactly what a mandrill monkey does look like, they do resemble Rafiki from The Lion King. What is really cool about them is that they have little pockets in their cheeks which do allow food storage for later consumption. So I don't know about you guys, but that is a feature I know I most certainly would love to have. I think that'd be pretty cool. Now the home of the mandrills will be on the left, and sometimes on the right we get to see some African elephants like over there. Now elephants do move their giant ears back and forth, kind of as their own little personal AC unit. By moving their ears back and forth, they can actually reach a speed of up to 15 miles per hour. They also put mud, dirt, and sand on their backs to act as a sunblock to protect their skin from the really hot sun as well. Now you can notice some mandrill monkeys over here on the left-hand side, kind of near this little bush area, kind of just walking around over there. One's going to slowly be walking. Now the adult male mandrill monkey's face will get a brighter red or blue when it does become excited. Once fully matured, they're the largest of the monkey species as well. So we'll come along this way. Hopefully we get to see some more elephant friends of mine. Well, that's a little peculiar to me. It is telling me that my typical shortcut route is closed. So we're going to have to try a new way, my friends, and we'll try that way in just a moment. Now, hopefully once we try that way, we'll have the chance to see the baby elephant. Last month was her birthday, and she turned 2 years old. Now, speaking of the number 2, that's actually the number for the full term length pregnancy for one individual baby elephant. Almost 2 years, a complete total of 22 months. Let's see how this new route's going to go. I don't know. Alright, my friends, I'm going to need you guys to hold on pretty tightly for me. It looks like this bridge is not going to be sturdy. It looks like it's being held on with some rope. So hold on tightly. If you guys got those valuables, hold on to them. If you guys got a favorite kid, I suggest holding on to them as well. This is not sounding too good, so hold on. But I promise you guys are in really good hands. I am a certified New York State licensed driver. So, you know, I go over these kinds of bridges all the time back at home. So we'll be just fine. Oh, we're not going to make it! We're not going to make it! Lean right, guys, lean right.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, we made it. Well, let's get out of here. Are you guys feeling all right back there? Yeah? All right, awesome. Nice thumbs up. Yeah? No? Alright, I think I saw like 3 thumbs, so I am a little concerned about that, but you know. Ooh, nice little adrenaline rush, you know. Now we are in the red clay pits, and if you guys look over here on the right-hand side, not too long ago, some of my elephant friends were here. They actually dig their tusks into that red clay, and they'll eat it to help supply minerals all throughout their body. Now speaking of their tusks, unfortunately every single day 96 elephants are going to be poached for them. One of the main reasons why is because they are being found in our everyday electronics such as cell phones and laptops. So one of the things that we can do to help these beautiful animals is recycle those old electronics that we have sitting around in our homes that we are no longer using. Reduce, reuse, and recycle, my friends. We want to make sure that these beautiful animals will never go extinct throughout our lifetime or for our future generations. So here's our one elephant over here, and hopefully further up we'll have the chance to see the baby elephant.
Oh, eu adoro elefante.
Now, elephants do have the most muscles in their trunks, so they will eat and drink water. And they drink about 40 gallons of it every single day, so they're definitely always staying hydrated. So let's see if we can see the baby up over this way. There she is, looking adorable as ever. Now, if that doesn't make you guys want to recycle your old electronics, I don't know what will, because she is so cute. Look at her.
So cute. Oh. Hello, baby.
Does she not make your heart so happy? She always makes me so happy. It's so cute when it rains. She always plays in the puddles. It's so adorable. And over here on the left-hand side, now this is home to greater flamingos. A group of flamingos is known as a flamboyant. When they are born, they will be a white-gray color, and they will in fact get that pink color from the keratin and the shrimp that they do eat. But they won't get it until about a year after they are born. Now, something cool I am about to show you guys. If you look over here on the left-hand side, this giant cement area where those flamingos are standing, it's actually a giant hidden Mickey. It's the largest hidden Mickey here in Animal Kingdom. You can kind of notice the outline of those Mickey ears from over this way. Of course, now it's not so hidden anymore since I did just tell you about it, but still hidden for a lot of people that aren't aware. Now, some flamingos can grow to be about 5 feet tall, which is kind of scary if you think about it because, you know, I'm around 5'2", so just think about standing next to one that's like 2 inches shorter than me. Super scary. But, you know, I always have to think that it is better than standing next to an ostrich, so I definitely will take it. Now up over this way, this is where you can see some white rhinos, water bucks, bonky bucks, cheetahs, ostriches, my best friend, you know, and hopefully some lions, which speaking of it, the lions are up and active and they are roaring for us and they do want us to hear that roar. We most certainly can hear it from where we are right now. Now lions roar, you can hear from up to 5 miles away, and we are much closer than that, so we definitely will be hearing it if they want us to hear it. So let's see. Oh, look, my best friend, the ostrich. All the way down there on the right-hand side. They're the world's largest and fastest bird. They can run a speed of 40 miles per hour. Now, although they do not fly, which thank goodness they do not, they will use their wings to steer them in a right or left direction as well as keep balance. And they can weigh up to 250 pounds. Looking closely over here on the right-hand side, my friends, between those trees, those are the white rhinos. Now they weigh up to 5,000 pounds. Just like black rhinos, they too are poached for their horns because of the keratin found in them, but they won't be nearly as close to extinction. They can charge at a speed of 35 miles per hour, and they also know how to gallop as well. Now try to keep your eyes peeled for my cheetah friends. They are a little hard to spot from time to time, but I feel like we might be alright once we go a little bit further up. In about 30 seconds, a cheetah can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour. And since they are running that fast, they actually use that tail of theirs to steer them in a right or left direction as well as keep balance, just like the ostrich. You can see my friend over there on the left-hand side, kind of lying down between that grass area over there. And cheetahs are actually going to be the only wild cats to hunt during the day. Now, speaking of wild cats, my friends, in just a moment we will have the chance to see the lion. Hopefully they aren't taking their cat nap though. They do tend to sleep for about 16 to 20 hours a day. Of course making them nocturnal animals just like myself on my days off. Ooh, but I in fact was not lying to you guys. If you guys look over here on the left hand side, you will be seeing my lion friends. So soon we'll have the chance to see the 2 lionesses and hopefully the 1 male, so we'll try to keep our fingers crossed for them. And then that is all the lions that we do have here on the reserve. You can see the 1 lioness up on that second rock over there, and then another one standing up. Now female lions are the ones that will go and grab food for the pride, while the males will be the ones to watch the cubs and protect the territory. Now they do tend to do most of their hunting at night, and that's because their vision is 6 times better at night than it is during the day. Something really interesting about lions that I did find out recently is that only 1/15 of their daily hunts will be fully successful, though the lowest percentage rate in successful hunting. You can see some more white rhinos over there on the right-hand side, and a group of them is known as a crash. So hopefully they won't think about doing that to us today on our little adventure here together. Now here are some more lion friends of mine. We'll definitely try to keep an eye out for that male lion. So let's see.
Leão. Procura o leão. Pega o leão, tenta
Tem leão aí também.
Às vezes ele tá escondido no meu.
Right? Be like, hello.
Vem, Nala, vem. Tá bonitona. Ah, que preguiça.
And I thought I was dramatic, but that was very
Vai
dramatic.
dormir.
Now we do see my lion friend over there. So as you guys could see, not only does the lion sleep tonight, they also like to sleep during the day too.
Ah, ele tá ali, ó.
And you can see a little bit better view of the female from up over this way as well.
Ai, que preguiça, filho. Que preguiça.
Apagada,
Tá dormindo.
So we will keep going this way, and let's see what friends of mine will get to see as we go further down this path. Now I do notice a brown animal with horns. Now that is known as a bontebok. Unfortunately, they are very close to extinction, so the only chance you guys will get to see them is here on a reserve exactly like this. So you can notice those bonteboks right over there on the right-hand side. And of course those ostriches also over there on the right too. Now speaking of the ostrich, right below the on the right-hand side, those are ostrich eggs. Each one weighs about 3 pounds and is also equivalent to 2 dozen chicken eggs. Ostrich eggshells are so strong that if one of us tried standing on them, they wouldn't even crack. So needless to say, they definitely do have some excellent protection. Too bad I couldn't crack too many of you up with that little egg bun though. You really just have to think how strong those ostrich beaks are. If their beak can crack through an eggshell and us standing on it can't. So it definitely is pretty crazy to think about. Now we are leaving the savannah finally and we'll enter the last part of the reserve, which is known as Mogati Glen. Now one of the animals that hopefully we'll have the chance to see here is going to be known as the scimitar horned oryx. Now my friend here is a big fan of hide and go seek, so hopefully he won't be playing that game with us right now. So definitely try to keep those eyes peeled. Now unfortunately, just like the bontebok, they are close to extinction as well, but there's less than 200 of them left in the world. If you guys look down that little ride path over there on the right hand side, you guys can notice my friend all the way down that way. Now, scimitar horned oryxes, they can go 9 months out of the year without drinking any water. And that's because it conserves all the water that it drinks into its body until it will start to sweat, which will be at a temperature of 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Which I don't know about you guys, but that is a feature I know I most certainly love to have. I think that'd be pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, my friends, we are getting close to the end of our time here together at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. And I hope you guys did have a great time with me because I sure did have a wild time with you. Now, if you did want to learn a little bit more about some of the animals that we did see here along the way, feel free to stop in Harambe Village and talk to those villager friends of mine. And they can also tell you a little bit more about the Disney Conservation Fund. Now, whenever you guys donate, Disney will actually match every dollar that you do. And for showing that you donated, you receive a pin as well. For my Wilderness Explorer friends aboard, you are on truck Simba 1. And Simba is Swahili for lion, while 1 is just English for 1. If you guys did enjoy this time here with me, once again, my name is Carrie. And if not, then my name is Elsa, and just feel free to let it go.
Let it go!
Now soon we will be saying...
Duda, gostou? Qual o animal você mais gostou? Ih, o leão. Leão dorminhoco? Você gostou mais do leão dorminhoco? Marcinho também? Então dá tchau pra galera. Dá tchau pra galera.
Tchau.
Tchau, gente. Até o próximo vídeo. Tchau, tchau.